Picture this. You finally get a full night's sleep. Your baby, your toddler, they go down at the perfect time. You have enough time to relax in the evening, maybe watch your favorite show, hang out with your spouse, your partner, and then you go to bed and you're just so excited because you are so ready for a full night's sleep. And you get a full night's sleep, but you're still waking up feeling exhausted, tired, fatigued. Does this sound familiar? In today's episode, I am sharing 3 sneaky but super common reasons why you are still so tired, even when your baby is sleeping and you're technically resting. These are the things that most moms don't get told about when it comes to postpartum fatigue, but they make all the difference. If you want your energy back, but aren't sure where to start, this episode is for you. Let's fix the fatigue together. Feeling exhausted, overwhelmed, and like you've lost yourself in the postpartum chaos, struggling to rebuild your strength, heal your core, and feel confident in your body again? Hey mama, I'm Val, a functional sports dietitian, postpartum fitness coach, and a mama who understands exactly what you're going through. Welcome to the Strong and Nourish Mama podcast, where I help busy moms like you regain your energy, rebuild strength, and feel amazing through simple, science-backed nutrition and fitness strategies. If you're ready to go from depleted to strong, nourished, and unstoppable, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Summer is here, it is in full effect, and I absolutely love this time of year. But sometimes with summer comes a little discouragement, especially as a mom, because, oh no, it is swimsuit season. And we may feel like we are so busy running around, going on travel, taking the kids here, taking the kids there, and we don't have a lot of time to focus on ourselves, our health, our nutrition, and our wellness. And that's why I created the 21-day Summer Reset Challenge. It is a 3-week challenge designed to help you build healthier habits, feel confident without the overwhelm. It's time to reset, recharge, and feel your absolute best this summer, mama. I've got you. What you're going to be getting in this 3-week challenge are weekly recipes. So each week you're going to get a recipe collection to make healthy eating easy and delicious. You're also going to get 3 workouts per week, and they're going to be progressive. So they're going to build on top of one another. And this is to help you feel stronger, more energized. And these workouts are intended to be done anywhere. So it's super easy, especially when you're on travel. There's also going to be mindset support to keep you motivated and confident. And I'm also going to be recommending certain supplements to help you feel your best from the inside out. This 21-day challenge is simple, it's doable, and it's all about helping you feel your best without crazy rules or restrictions. The challenge starts Monday, June 2nd. So go to wellnessbyval.com/summer to grab your spot. Spots are limited. I can't wait to see you inside. It's going to be so much fun. If you have any questions, let me know, reach out. I also have more information in the show notes, but go to wellnessbyval.com/summer to save your spot today. Hey mama, and welcome back to the show. Today's episode is for you if you're thinking, I'm doing everything, I'm doing all of the things. Why am I still so tired all of the time? And let me say this loud and clear. You are not lazy, mama. You are not broken, and you are definitely not doing it wrong. The truth is, postpartum fatigue isn't just about sleep. Sleep is important. That's my number one. I love sleep, but there are also hidden energy drains that so many moms struggle with, myself included. And today we're going to unpack 3 of the most common ones that no one really talks about. Plus, I'm going to be giving you simple tips you can start using today to get your energy back. After assessing these areas, so we're going to go through the 3 different drains. After assessing these areas and really working on them, if you're still feeling fatigued, so sleep is good, your pre-bed routine is good, we don't have these energy drains, leaks throughout the day, then we may need to look into other factors as to what is causing your fatigue and your exhaustion. And I don't want you or anyone else to tell you, oh, it's just because you're a mom. It's just because you're a mom and you just had your baby and you have a toddler running around that you're going to be tired. Of course, we're going to be tired and fatigued, but that shouldn't run our lives. So if that's the case, we are going to have to look a little bit deeper. And so this is where working with me one-on-one to get a full nutrition and wellness assessment is going to be the best place to start, because we will be able to work together and I can help assess if there's other reasons as to why you're having this exhaustion and this fatigue. because this is something I see all the time in mamas. Whether you're 3 months postpartum, within those 3 months after having your baby, or you're 3+ years postpartum. I was just talking to a mom friend, and she was telling me how she has 3 kids, and her youngest is 3.5, or maybe almost 4. She was telling me how she is so tired all the time. She can't lose weight. What is going on? She's meeting all with these doctors and specialists, and they're telling her all of these different things. And so I'm hearing this, I'm seeing it in my one-on-ones. And so that's why I want to talk about this. So let's get into it. Energy drain number 1, blood sugar roller coasters. Blood sugar is key. So we're going to start with this because it's a big one. You might be skipping meals. Maybe you're surviving on snacks, your toddler snacks. Maybe you're reaching for carbs just to keep you going. So like crackers and coffee. Maybe you're starting with coffee first thing in the morning and you're not having a full meal until later, or you're never having a full meal until dinner time. This is leading to blood sugar roller coasters or blood sugar dysregulation, where you're going to get this high spike in blood sugar. And then insulin's going to be released. It's going to uptake probably too much sugar in the bloodstream into the cells. And then you're going to get this drop in energy. You may get a little bit lightheaded. You may get hangry. Maybe you're like, I just ate, but I'm hungry again. What is going on? And this constant up and down in your blood sugar is exhausting for your body. It is exhausting. And over time, it's going to lead to not so healthy things, insulin resistance. It's going to be really hard for you to lose weight. It's going to eventually lead to other dysfunction. It's going to wreak havoc on other hormones. And this is where people will start to see mood swings, those sugar cravings, like I just have to have the chocolate, or I have to have the donut, or whatever it is. And that 3 p.m. crash, and it hits hard. You're like, oh my gosh, I just got hit by a bus. It feels like, how am I going to make it? How am I going to make it the rest of the afternoon and through bedtime and all of this? Because you're so tired. So we have to first look at blood sugars. And even though it feels like food is giving you energy in that moment, everyone's going to be different. We have to take everything into context, but it may actually be draining you long term, especially depending on what you're eating or fueling yourself with. So let's do some real talk here. Let's stop with the coffee first thing in the morning. First of all, coffee on an empty stomach, girlfriend, we got to get rid of it, especially if you're having a lot of energy, low energy, exhaustion, fatigue, crashes. We have to get rid of that caffeine first thing in the morning. I'm not saying you can't have your coffee. I love coffee. And I'm not saying that you can never have it on an empty stomach, because sometimes when you wake up and you get on the couch and you're the only one awake, sipping on your cup of coffee is just, it's heaven. It's a beautiful way to start the day. But what we need, because that's going to further offset this blood sugar regulation. So it's going to lead to that roller coaster. It's going to lead to a spike in cortisol, for even furthering that disruption in glucose. And so what I want you to do is I want you to start your day with a balanced meal. And I want you to make this a priority, mama. And I want you to think of protein, healthy fat, and fiber-rich carbohydrates if you're pairing carbohydrates with your meal. Even a quick smoothie with nut or seed butter, chia seed, ground flaxseed, Greek yogurt with a little bit of fat in it is going to be better than nothing. Check out episode 13 where I talk about high protein breakfast ideas and even ideas that you can prep ahead of time. So something that I love overnight oats. And my overnight oats are packed with protein. So I will prep a bunch of overnight oats in mason jars, all of the dry ingredients. I put my oats, I put my vanilla protein powder, I use whey. And if you're interested in the brands that I use, check out the show notes, because you can get 10% off of your orders. If you do a subscription, you'll be able to get 20% off. And I put my nuts, my seeds, so I'm getting healthy fats, a little bit of protein. And I put my spices and some collagen. So I'm putting all my dry ingredients in my mason jars. I'm putting it in the fridge. And the night before, I put in my fresh fruit. I put in my fluid. I like to use unsweetened soy milk because it has 8 grams of protein per serving. Mix it up really, really well so that the next morning I can grab it and go. Whether I'm going into the office or whether I am just having a busy morning at home, or if I'm working from home or I'm on the go, I can grab my mason jar and head out the door. It's easy. It's packed with protein, healthy fats, and lots of fiber. So go back and listen to episode 13 to get more ideas. But we have to start our day with a balanced meal. And we have to think protein first, healthy fat and fiber-rich carbs, because that's what's going to balance blood sugars. So energy drain number one, blood sugar roller coasters. Let's get rid of them. And this may take some time. And when we talk one-on-one, when you meet with me, this is a great place to start because we can actually figure out what is going to work for you. To schedule a one-on-one, go to wellnessbyval.com/services and we can get all of that figured out. So energy drain number two, nutrient depletion. This is a second sneaky energy thief. Low key nutrient depletion. So your key nutrients are low. And this can be for a variety of reasons. Maybe you just gave birth, you grew a human, you lost lots of blood, nutrients, muscle mass, skeletal muscle mass in the process. And especially if we're not fueling adequately early in postpartum and throughout, there's going to be common nutrient depletions. And I see this all the time. Iron, B12, folate, not folic acid, folate, omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D. There's so many other nutrients, and I can talk about this with you in our one-on-one. But this is something that we want to look at. Of course, we want to look at our food first. What does our diet look like? Can we get these nutrients through our food? Now, vitamin D, the primary way, I've talked about this before on the podcast, is going to be through sunlight. So get your sun exposure. It's also going to help with your energy and your circadian rhythm. Your omega-3 fatty acids, we want to be consuming, of course, our plant sources like walnuts, flaxseed, chia seed, but also those animal sources if you're eating animal foods like your fatty fish, your salmon. A high quality omega-3 is going to be key. So unfortunately, going to Costco and just grabbing their brand for omega-3s is probably not, it's not going to cut it. It's not. I've seen it. It's not going to cut it because they don't even tell you the amount of EPA or DHA that's in the omega-3 supplement. And that's a red flag. There's like a little asterisk next to it. Okay, red flag. We don't even know how much. If it does tell you, sometimes I've seen one, I think my dad had it, and I looked at it and I was like, what the heck? This is like way below the therapeutic dose. You'd have to take like 1 million of these suckers. Who wants to do that to even get the benefit? So we have to make sure our supplements that we're taking, they're going to be with a therapeutic dose and the right type. Okay, that's going to be important. So like when I said folate instead of folic acid is synthetic. Most people can't absorb folic acid. It's also very cheap. And so that's going to be very common in your supplements. Folate, your methylated B vitamins, is going to be something that we're going to want to look at. It's going to be real. That's the same thing for B12. So we want methylated B12, methylcobalamin versus cyancobalamin. And then iron, we can, of course, get through a variety of foods, plant foods, of course, our animal foods, and we want to include this. If you are breastfeeding, your nutrient needs are even higher. These deficiencies don't always scream at you either, mama. So it's not like it's just going to be knocking at the door saying, hey, you're low in iron. Hey, you're low in D3. They're not always going to be screaming at you. But they are absolutely going to drain energy, focus, emotional resilience. It's going to be really hard for you to recover. You might start to notice other symptoms like, man, I keep losing my hair. I thought I was past this postpartum phase. My energy is still so low no matter what I'm doing. So pro tip, first, work with your provider or work with me, registered dietitian, to check your labs. Now, when appropriate, because a lot of providers, especially in the functional medicine space, I have a functional medicine background. I have my master's in functional nutrition, and I am all here for functional medicine. But a lot of the times in the functional medicine space, they just throw labs at you. Here's thousands of dollars worth of labs and supplements, and you will be good. And I'm here to tell you that's not always appropriate. I want you to get labs run appropriate. I don't want you to be wasting your money. Same thing when it comes to supplements. If it's appropriate and it fits in your budget, let's do it. If it doesn't fit into your budget, let's figure out another way. That is what I am all about. I'm not just going to say, hey, let's order you this laundry list of labs for you to go get, and you're going to have to take out a loan for this. Oh, and then by the way, you need to buy all of these supplements to fix those issues. We're not about that. So I really recommend scheduling a one-on-one with me so we can do a full assessment to see if that's appropriate, because based on your symptoms, I may say, hey, you know what? It may be appropriate for you to get some blood work done, or hey, let's try X, Y, and Z first. And then when we're talking supplementation, we want high quality supplements to be able to fill in those gaps when needed. Energy drain number 3, Doing too much way too soon, mama. I know this one is tough. I was just talking to a girlfriend about it this morning, actually, where athlete brain is coming in. And if you've taken my pelvic floor and core program, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. But sometimes the exhaustion is your body begging you to slow down. It's knocking at the door and saying, yo, you need to chill out, girl. You just had a baby. You're 4 months postpartum. You don't need to be running around cleaning like a crazy. I'm like literally speaking to myself, cleaning like a crazy person, doing all of the things all of the time, not sleeping enough, not fueling enough. And it's going to definitely impact energy. Whether it's jumping back into your workouts too soon, especially depending on the intensity and the type, or pushing through pain, or not honoring your body's need to rest, it all adds up. And doing too much too early can actually delay healing. It's definitely going to increase inflammation. It's definitely going to lead to burnout. We're going to be less resilient. We're going to get pissed off and angry a lot sooner. And I want you to understand that rest is not laziness. It's a strategy. We have to go through these different stages of work and rest, light and darkness, work and rest and sleep. We have to be able to go back and forth from this. Your body needs rest. And if we're not giving it that, it's going to haunt us. So I want you to try this. I want you to build in many moments of intentional rest. I call these parasympathetic breaks throughout the day. And it can look like whatever you want, okay? Maybe it's you have 5 minutes before your next meeting. Instead of trying to catch up on something that you're probably not going to be able to catch up on, maybe you step outside and get some sunlight. Maybe you lock your computer or step away from your computer and do 5-10 deep diaphragmatic belly breaths. Maybe you put your legs up on the wall, back flat on the ground, legs up on the wall for 5 minutes. Maybe you go for a short walk in the sun. Maybe you call a loved one, or even 2 minutes of just slow breathing before a meal. It's going to help. This is going to help downregulate your nervous system. It's going to put you in a rest and digest nervous system, activating that parasympathetic nervous system, the vagus nerve, and it's going to be so great. We definitely want to do this before bed and before we eat. But what I'm finding is moms and people in general really are not doing this at all. It's just go, go, go from the moment they wake up to the moment they go to bed. So try to add in those mini moments of intentional rest or those parasympathetic breaks. So let's talk simple strategies to support energy. So here's a quick recap of what helps. Let's eat balanced meals consistently. Do not skip breakfast, mama. Have the coffee after the breakfast, okay? We have to focus on protein, healthy fats, and fiber-rich plant foods. We also need to focus on nutrient-dense foods and consider a supplement when appropriate. The right supplement, a high-quality supplement with the right dose and type of nutrient. We also need to stay hydrated. You are about 70-80% water, especially depending where you live. You may need more water. I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico. It is getting hot and spicy, high altitude. I'm also active. I'm chasing my little toddler around. So I'm going to need a lot of fluid. My general recommendation, especially when you're getting active and especially if you are breastfeeding, 80 to 100 ounces a day. And we may need to add in some electrolytes to that as well. If you want to try LMNT, the electrolyte supplement that I love because they don't put any crappy ingredients in there, high quality supplement, and it tastes good. They don't put added sugar. Go to the show notes because when you purchase a pack from Element with my link, you're going to be getting a free sample pack with that. And that's going to allow you to choose any of the flavors. And I also want you to honor your healing timeline and giving yourself permission, mama, giving yourself permission to rest. You are not lazy or a failure if you decide to rest. You have to incorporate that rest and that recovery. You deserve to feel good again, not just survive throughout motherhood, but thrive throughout motherhood. So if you are feeling fatigued, low energy, exhaustion, don't just say it's because you're a mom. Don't let anyone else tell you that either. Understand that there are different energy drains, energy leaks that could be happening, okay? If you're nodding along like, yes, this is me, and you're ready to feel energized again, I'd love to support you in a one-on-one balanced nutrition coaching session. It's just 60 minutes. We're going to look at your current habits, pinpoint exactly what's draining your energy, and create a realistic plan for a busy mom that helps you nourish your body and feel like you again without the overwhelm. The link is going to be in the show notes, but go to wellnessbyval.com/services to be able to get access to that, to book an appointment, and we can start working together right away. Thanks, Mama, and stay strong and nourished. I hope you loved today's episode. If it resonated with you, would you please take 30 seconds to share it with another mom, a mom who's looking to make healthy eating and exercise easier, because we need that. And if you haven't yet, I would be so grateful if you could leave a quick review on Apple Podcasts. It truly means the world to me and helps the show reach more amazing moms like you. All right, time to chase my toddler around. Stay strong and nourished, and I will be back on Monday with another episode. Talk soon.